One thing you should know about me is that I love to eat food. I'm a foodaholic. I kid you not, everything and anything, I don't discriminate at all. And I especially love the holidays because there's always amazing food right there in front of me. And I figured for today's video, I share with you guys just a holiday and dining out strategy guide that's going to help you out, especially if you're somebody like myself that loves to eat delicious food as well. And hey, you want to learn how to fit it in and still easily lose body fat because after all, hey, with me being an online fitness coach, that's my job, is to help you lose body fat and build muscle. But also, I don't want you cutting out your favorite foods. I know so many people that try to diet through the holidays and it doesn't ever work out for them. And in my opinion, it's like, hey, if you're spending some time together as a family, right, spending that time in community and fellowship and enjoying, some happy laughs and loving one another, it's like enjoy the food as well. That's what makes the holidays so special. But what's nice about this video is it's not going to be just, for the holidays. It's also going to be if, let's say, you want to dine out. You want to enjoy maybe going on an anniversary date, or maybe you got a wedding coming up for somebody in your family, or who knows, maybe it's just on the weekends you fall off track within your own health and fitness journey. This video is really going to help you out because we're going to be talking about different strategies on what to do the day before, the day afterwards to really kind of help you offset things, give you some more calories to play with your budget. We're going to be talking about two different strategies. And hey, at the end of the day, I like to say it like this. How it works inside of our coaching program is we don't ever want to force somebody to do anything. Instead, we want to give them permission to figure out what works best for their body type and also their lifestyle. So I want to give you permission to just figure out between the two different strategies what you can use best for when it comes to the holidays or any kind of dining out experience. And then lastly, just some supplements that's going to aid you once again through the holidays, through dining out, eating those delicious favorite foods, and still being on track with your own health and fitness goals. I'm somebody that loves to eat my sweets. I love to eat food. And once again, I don't discriminate. If there's something in front of me that I've never tried, I want to try it. Plain and simple. And that's why I like the holidays, because there's always these different foods that, my family members, my friends are bringing over. And I don't want to be that guy that's saying, hey, I don't want to eat that because I'm on a diet. In fact, if there's anything in this world that I hate the most, it's that word, diet, because it's not sustainable. It doesn't work long time. And I don't give anybody diets that sign up for our coaching program. We teach them, a specific calorie range and a specific macronutrient range to follow for their body type, for their lifestyle, where they apply the 80-20 rule, where they can simply reach their health and fitness goals without cutting out their favorite foods. And so I want to share with you, just some strategies on what to do the day before and the day after right now. But hear me out. You're going to need to know what is your calorie range. You're going to need to know what is your macronutrient range. If you're somebody that doesn't know what macros are, it's very short. It stands for your macronutrients, your proteins, your carbs, your fats. And if you ever go to the grocery store and buy anything, right, on the very back, you're going to see calories at the top and all these different, fats, carbs, proteins at the very bottom. These are your macronutrients. And in total, essentially, right, they make up your calories. And this is very important. When I got certified in nutrition, they didn't say, hey, here's the best diets to follow, or hey, give your clients these diets. No, they taught us, right, a game of numbers, right? Your proteins, your carbs, your fats, your calories. And once you understood how it actually works in the body and how, energy in versus energy out, right? The laws of thermodynamics all applies. It becomes very easy and sustainable to actually reach your health and fitness goals without cutting out your favorite foods. So once again, you need to understand what is your calories, what is your macros for fat loss if that is your goal. And so the first tip on here to do the day before the holiday and the day after the holiday is simply by just hitting your protein goal or going above and beyond it. For me, I weigh about 190 pounds right now, and I typically eat on average anywhere from 220 to 260 grams of protein a day. And the reason being is because protein is higher up on the thermic effect of food. The more protein that you're consuming, the more body fat that you're going to be losing because you're making your body work harder to actually burn off, right, that protein and digest it. But it's so important, right, to have all that protein for, let's just say, building lean muscle tissue, for burning more body fat, for energy. Like there's so many health benefits to consuming more protein, okay? So you want to make sure that whatever your protein goal is, especially the day before the holiday or the day after the holiday, right, both essentially, you're at least hitting that protein goal. But my recommendation is try to go above and beyond it. If let's say your protein target is 200 grams of protein, I recommend at least having, let's just say 230 grams of protein or 250 grams of protein. You want to play it safe. Now, the second tip to do the day before and also the day afterwards is to actually go under on your calories. And you're going to learn that here in a little bit, why it's so important to, once again, understand your calorie budget when it comes down to losing body fat. But let's just say for a calorie deficit, your calorie range is, let's say, 2,000 calories. Well, I recommend that the day before and then the day after the holiday, all you're doing is going down slightly more, even in a deficit, anywhere from 200 to 500 calories. Now, if let's just say you do this strategically right, you're eating lots of protein, which is going to make you feel full, satisfied. You're not going to feel starving the day before, the day afterwards. And also, you shave off an extra 500 calories the day before and the day afterwards. If you think about it, that's an extra 1,000 calories for you to consume during the day of the holiday, or if you're going out to eat, or whatever the case may be. And it's all going off these weekly averages. And you're going to learn that at the very end of the video here, that, hey, one bad day, it's not going to kill you. So it's like going off these weekly averages can really help you out where you don't feel guilty about it the next day. You can be more at peace when it comes down to surviving through the holidays. Now, the third tip to do the day before and the day after the holiday is very simple, and that's just to move your body. Really plan for it. I think it's great if you're in the gym, you're building muscle, you're focusing on lifting weights, but also let's not forget here that like simple movements, that is very, very helpful, not only when it comes to losing more body fat, but also digestion of all those fun calories, all the pumpkin pie and cheesecake and donuts, right, that we're going to be consuming. So try your best to get in at least 10,000 or more steps the day before and also the day after the holiday. If you can do it the day of, even better. In fact, my little bonus tip for you is maybe the morning of that holiday or the morning of the wherever it is that you decide to eat out for the evening, or if it's a special occasion like an anniversary or a birthday or a wedding, hey, try to get a workout in on that day as well, right? Let's establish just healthier habits for ourselves all around. And the fourth and final tip to do the day before and the day afterwards, and once again, if you can also do this on the day of, even better, and that's to have at least a gallon of water. My recommendation, just a little pro tip, just to help with your body, secrete any kind of like toxins or anything like that that's floating around in your body from all the sugar and alcohols maybe, is, hey, take up a cucumber, chop it up, right, and throw that into a gallon of water. Chop up maybe a lemon or a lime as well. Personally, I like to put a splash or two of apple cider vinegar. I know that helps out with digestion. I personally like the taste of it as well. But if let's just say, hey, you don't want to do that, no worries. Just try your best to at least, once again, get in a gallon of water, at least, right? The day before, maybe the day of, and also the day afterwards, because it's just going to flush out any kind of toxins that's floating around inside of your body. And let's not forget also that the more water that you're consuming, the more bathroom breaks that you're going to be needing, which means more steps. Now let's actually talk about what to do the day of the holiday or the day where you're going out to eat, whatever the case may be, right? Two different strategies for you. This is what we coach and we teach our members. If you want to actually do a combination of the two, you definitely can. I sometimes do that, but I'm going to share with you guys just the two different strategies. And once again, it's whatever convenient for you to do. Okay, the first one is protein sparing. And a protein sparing is very simple and it sounds just like what's in the name. All you're doing is consuming protein. That's it. So my recommendation is literally like protein powders, egg whites, Greek yogurt, right? Plain Greek yogurt, I should say, low-fat cottage cheese, and lean meats. That's it. Protein bars, it doesn't cut it, right? Way too many carbs, way too many fats. Meats that have like breading on it, that doesn't cut it either, right? You really want to try to avoid all fats and try to avoid all carbohydrates, because those extra calories, you're going to be saving it for the evening time, for whenever that holiday is, when everybody's coming over, to dine or whatever the case may be. If you're going out to eat, you want to save all those calories for there. Now, the reason why a lot of our members actually like this strategy more than doing intermittent fasting is because, one, it makes it a lot easier for them to actually hit their protein target for the day. It's very easy to have, 150 grams of protein leading up to, let's say, dinner time, just by focusing on eating all whole protein options. And, let's face it, if let's just say you're doing intermittent fasting, which I'm going to talk about here next, sure, you're going to have a lot more calories at your disposal, but for me personally, and once again, a lot of our members, they agree to this, trying to hit, 200 grams of protein all in one sitting because you're saving all those calories for the holiday dinner or going out to eat or that wedding. It's very hard to hit that protein number. Very, very hard to do. It's actually uncomfortable for myself when I'm consuming all that protein all in just one sitting. So doing a protein sparing fast is, once again, you're avoiding any kind of, fats and carbs. If you're having a few here and there, that's okay. But once again, you really want to focus on just eating all protein. Now, granted, the con to this, the flip side is you're not going to have so many calories at your disposal during that holiday dinner or wherever you decide to dine out for that evening, whatever the case may be. You're going to be lower on calories than compared to intermittent fasting. But once again, it's a lot easier to also stay mindful because you already filled up your stomach with so much extra protein. Your eyes are not going to be bigger than your stomach, and it's just going to be easier to stay on course with hitting your daily nutritional goals. Now, doing intermittent fasting is complete opposite. You are avoiding all calories. In fact, the only thing that you're really consuming is just black coffee, green tea, and even with those, no artificial sweeteners, no creamer, no nothing, and then just water. Like, that's just playing it safe right there. But in doing so, if let's say your calorie budget is 2,000 calories, well, hey, if you're not eating anything up until, the holiday dinner time or wherever you decide to dine out, you have 2,000 calories at your disposal. But once again, if you think about it, right, like most holidays, like there's not the biggest protein options that's going to be convenient for you to hit your protein target. If let's say you're going out to eat somewhere, like it's once again very hard to eat, right, a lot of protein in that one sitting. And with most restaurants out there, there's a lot of hidden calories and cooking oils and sodium and whatnot and fattier types of foods where it's not exactly the healthiest option for you. But nonetheless, if you want to also try like mixing and matching the two, like maybe fasting up until maybe noon and then having like, I don't know, some grilled chicken or maybe some steak and maybe some egg whites or maybe a protein shake, having maybe 100 grams of protein in that sitting and then, having more calories to play with and still trying to be mindful of hitting your protein goal in the evening time for that holiday dinner. Hey, hats off to you, right? These are just different strategies, and your job on your own health and fitness journey is just to figure out what works best for your body type and what works best for your lifestyle, so that way it can be sustainable. Here are just 4 supplements that I highly recommend taking, especially during the holidays or if you're dining out, just to make it a lot easier for you staying on track with your fat loss journey. The first one is glucomannan, and what this is just a fiber supplement. So if you take like 2 pills of these with, a big glass of water, it's going to make you feel full 10 times more than if you weren't having it. Plain and simple. It's a fiber supplement. So if you think about it, right, you're going out, right, you're hungry, your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Well, now you're not going to be as hungry because this glucomannan supplement is going to form as a fiber supplement just to kind of fill you up. The second one is fish oil. This is going to help with digestion. This is just going to help with, once again, fish oil is a great supplement to take overall. Brain health, heart health. It's good for your joints. Highly recommend taking it, especially if you're going to be consuming a lot of, sugars and fattier foods. It's just a great supplement to take overall. The third one is a digestive enzyme, and I highly recommend taking this one and utilizing it just because if you're going to be eating more carbs, more fats, more sugars, maybe even more alcohol than normal, you want to make sure to have that digestive enzyme just to help your body process everything. And the last one is the golden supplement. I love this one. It's chromium, and chromium once again aids in just being a digestive enzyme where it helps your body just break up all the carbs, all the fats, all the proteins. And if you think about it, right, like the best analogy that I can, demonstrate this for you guys is back in the day, my very first job ever, I worked in the movie theater and I would be ripping the tickets. And let's say if it was premiere night for a special movie and there was a big crowd of people and let's just say it's just me ripping tickets, well, guess what? Like, that's hard to do. There's like 50 people, 100 people there trying to get into their movie theater and, claim a seat. It's hard to do, right? People are, come on, let's speed it up, whatnot, right? So that's kind of how it is if, let's say, you're going out to eat, you're having all this food and you're not really used to it, right? Where it's just this one big sitting, just like a big crowd of people. So in the movie theater industry, let's just say, my boss comes along and maybe somebody that was, cleaning up one of the movie theaters, they come on to help out also. So now they're ripping tickets. So now it's 3 of us, right? The crowd, it gets smaller a lot faster just because everybody's there to help out, ripping those tickets, getting everybody over to their movie theater so that way they can go ahead and watch that premiere for that opening night. Well, Chromium works exactly the same way as having just multiple people, right, ripping up those tickets. So Chromium just aids in helping your body process, the proteins, the carbs, the fats, a bunch of calories, all in that one sitting. Great supplement to take. I highly recommend it. And the last thing that I just want to say is this, and this is what I tell all of our coaching members at Heartletics, is hey, one bad day is not going to kill you. There's 365 days out of the year. If let's just say we mark up 65 days as holidays, cheat days, days where you're injured, days where you feel sick, days where you just don't feel like showing up, anniversaries, birthdays, whatever the case may be, pretty much like 2 months out of the year, but you're still, right, pretty good, right? You're still on track with the remaining 10 months out of the year, the 300 days. That's going to be a very good year for you. I know a lot of people that they get on their health and fitness journey and they're so strict. They try to focus on being perfect, right? Instead, you want to focus on progression over perfection. You want to focus on mindfulness. You want to focus on, hey, what can help you just be more sustainable? And this is why, once again, like diets, they just don't work. It's because, one, you have to cut out your favorite foods. It's not sustainable for you in the long run. And it also just makes you have a horrible mindset, a horrible relationship when it comes down to food, where, you feel guilty the next day, or you treat food as good foods versus bad foods. And this used to be me way back in the day before I got certified in nutrition. I know this used to be a lot of our clients as well before they got signed up for our coaching program, because our job is to, once again, teach them what works best for their body type, how to create sustainable lifestyle habits. And that way they can learn how to fit in their favorite food. They can learn how to easily lose the body fat, put on that lean muscle tissue, and once again, just make this a lifestyle habit for them. And if that's something that you're interested in as well, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have a completely free training guide. If you click on the link down below in the description box, you'll find it right there. I really hope this video was helpful. Remember, whether it's the holidays, whether it's dining out, going out to, a wedding or anniversary dinner, whatever the case may be, apply these tips and I promise you're going to be on the right track for sure, having long-term success with your health and fitness journey. And if you did happen to like this video and got some value from it, definitely give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below letting me know your biggest takeaway, or who knows, maybe you have a different strategy or a different approach that helps you kind of navigate and roll through the punches during the holidays or dining out. Definitely let us all know inside the comment section below. And lastly, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. As always, guys, this has been Coach Joe with Heartletics.com, and I'll talk to you in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scouts.